Hi, I'm Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd, and you're watching Bronze Buys. Before we get to the video, I just want to remind you I am on my road to 500 subscribers. That's right, when I get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to do some prize giveaways. On that road, every 10 new subscribers I get, I unlock a new mystery comic that's going to be given away at my 500 subscriber live show. If you're interested in winning, all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel. 2, like any or all of the videos on my channel. And 3, go ahead and leave your like number in a comment down below. It's as simple as that. If you want to win some free comics and you want to support me on my road to 500 subscribers, go ahead and follow those steps and we'll see you on the live show. This is the show where I go over all my comic book pickups from the last week and show them off to you guys and talk a little bit about why I grabbed the stuff I did, and we all have a good time checking out stuff. This is a reminder, I do want to hear what you guys picked up in the comments down below. All right, to start us off, this is a series that I'm super excited about. These came today and I was really happy to grab them from my PO box. This is Nice House on the Lake, which is the new Tinian series. Nice House on the Lake is a brand new series. I mean, this is the writer that brought you Something Is Killing the Children. It's the writer that brought you the sweet Batman run that featured Punchline and Ghostmaker. He just can't lose, in my opinion. He writes a lot of great stuff. Department of Truth, I mean, it just keeps going and going and going, and I really have a lot of faith in the series. I've heard good things so far. I picked up 2 sets of the Gallagher covers, and this is absolutely my favorite cover for Nice House on the Lake. I think it's just kind of creepy. You guys know I gravitate towards sexy covers, and so, you know, eventually you're like, ooh, a woman in a swimsuit, but then you see the hands coming up from the water, and that's just haunting. So I did get 2 sets of these. I'm only going to really show off one of each, but that was the trade. This is the Minimal, and finally my favorite, the Virgin cover. All right, next up, let's go over an eBay pickup I made. I just really like the character Angela, and I really am interested in specking on her because I think with maybe not this Thor movie, but very soon we'll see her introduced into the MCU. In the Marvel Universe, you know, she has a complicated back history. She originally was an Image character with Spawn, and there were some rights issues with Neil Gaiman, and eventually she came to the Marvel Universe. I'm not going to give you the whole recap here, but basically there's 2 sets of keys to chase for Angela. I still think Spawn 9 is the most important. It's her first appearance, but it's the rare instance where she went from one company to another. So this is her first full appearance in a Marvel Universe comics, and this is Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. This is the Dynamic Forces variant. I tried to go for something that was a little bit more limited. I still would definitely buy some copies of the A cover, but I just don't see it very often, and it's a little pricier than I want it to be. This was an amazing price, and I just had to snag it. So definitely happy to have this one, and let's see Angela get introduced to the MCU. And this one came in from Comic Book Quest. I actually had a hard time tracking down this Miracle Molly cover when it was first announced. This is the Virgin Carla Cohen, the black background cover, which was the more limited of the ones she did. And yeah, I'm been specking hard on Miracle Molly. If you've been following along with Bronze Buys, you see me pick up most of the hot exclusive covers for Miracle Molly, and definitely had to add this one to my collection. So here's another one that came in today, and this is one I'm super excited about. This was on my 2021 comics to buy list, and it's been shooting up in price, and I was really worried I wasn't going to get a good deal on it, but at the last minute I did find a good deal on an auction, and this one was actually in better shape than I was looking for. I was looking for this comic book basically in any condition, and I still am, for the right price, because I think Black Cat has a bright future ahead of her. But yeah, this is Amazing Spider-Man 194, and this is the first appearance of Black Cat. I was really happy to pick this one up. The seller packed this comic in a very unusual way. I don't think I've ever received a comic book this way before. It was in a poly bag, and it had a backing board in the middle, like if you're going to clean and press the book, most people will put a board in the middle. And then it was stuffed into a poly bag, so you can see like the back cover and the front cover with the board in the middle. I don't appreciate that shipping method. That can't be good. If you want to send it sandwiched between 2 backing boards, that makes sense to me, but one in the middle is very strange. And then it was taped to a piece of cardboard, and then it was put into like a USPS square box with some like bubble wrap around it. I did not enjoy the way that the seller packaged this comic, but it doesn't appear to have arrived damaged, and in the end that's all that matters. This one's instantly going to get submitted for a clean and press, and then submitted onto CGC or possibly CBCS. I haven't decided yet, and I look forward to seeing what that's going to come back in as in like what, 6-7 months maybe at this point, who knows. But I am excited. This was a huge key for me to grab. In a lot of ways this is kind of a minor grail for me. That term gets thrown around a lot in the community, but it's a major character that I really enjoy that I wanted their first appearance of. For me, the major grails are X-Men 1, Giant Size X-Men, and Incredible Hulk 181. I would settle for a Hulk 180. But yeah, this is another one of those grails, and I'm really excited to have it. Black Hat rocks, and this is definitely my bronze buy of the week. All right, so I have two different pickups from Economics and Comics. The first one here we're going to go over, this is actually from an auction that happened last weekend where it was mostly a claim sale, but a little bit of an auction too. And I grabbed some comics. You did a really sweet deal. If you ordered 3 or more comics, you got a discount and you got free shipping. So definitely took advantage of that. I grabbed this copy of Wonder Girl #1, this Venom 27 first appearance of Codex, and I really enjoy this Phantom on the Scan cover. This is a Piper Reddick cover, which is an homage to the Scanners. Really just a perfect, with Phantom on the Scan being in the title, this was a great idea. This was an Economics and Comics and Exchange Collectibles shared exclusive, I believe. But I was really happy to finally get one of these. And then I got this Del Otto Batman 108, again, First Miracle Molly, just another one of those exclusive covers I grabbed for her first appearance as well. And the final thing I grabbed from that auction is this copy of Daredevil #25. This is the B cover, the nullified variant, and this is a 9/8. So I definitely had to grab this. This is the first time that we see Elektra as Daredevil. And that's something that's actually been continuing for quite a while. So when he had these, I definitely wanted to grab one. I have a raw comic of this too that's probably like a 9/6 or a 9/8, but I haven't submitted it, and definitely wanted to grab this. I think this is a good comic for investment because if we ever see Elektra pop up Daredevil in anything, this book's going to go to the moon. All right, and now we get to check out one of my first FOC orders that I did with Billy over at Economics and Comics, and we'll start off with this amazing Gleason cover. This is the Stormbreakers Black Panther cover. Really dig this cover. Gleason's known more for the webhead stuff he's done. I mean, those are some popular variants, but I think this is actually a better cover than those are, and I'm stoked to have one of these. I think it was Black Widow 6 that set the world on fire with that first appearance. Just became a hot comic book overnight. I actually missed out on that one, but I did have a copy of Black Widow 7 pre-ordered, and this is the Adam Hughes cover. I've definitely dug a lot of the Sumerian covers that they've released in the past. This one caught my eye for probably kind of obvious reasons if you know what I like. This Sumerian Iron Shadows in the Moon #2 variant is going to be my selection for booty cover of the week. And I grabbed yet another copy of Marvel's #2. I grabbed one from Billy on a few of these that I got from somebody else because I knew they would come in great shape, and this is no exception. Miles Morales is going through his own Spider Clone saga, and I definitely picked up a lot of issue #25, and I wanted to grab a few of the ones after just in case there was any sneak first appearances kind of creeping in there. And so I grabbed this copy of Miles Morales Spider-Man #26. I absolutely became obsessed with something that's killing children. Talking about Tenyon earlier, this is another great Tenyon series. It's my favorite one, and it's finally come back after a little bit of a hiatus. And here we have #16. I grabbed the A cover, and my favorite, the Frizzen B cover. I'm a huge fan of the Frizzen cover for #1, the FOC variant, so definitely had to grab this one as it kind of is completing a lineup of those Frizzen covers I have. In the lead up to Spawn Universe, I've been buying a lot of the Spawn stuff because Todd McFarlane revealed that he likes to throw in a lot of like first appearances to kind of breadcrumb you into buying the big book that he's trying to release. So I grabbed 2 of each of these. This one's definitely my favorite cover, but this one's pretty sweet too. I also grabbed this Spider Shadow #1 second printing. I missed out on the first printing, but I thought this was a pretty cool cover, so snagged this one. And I grabbed 2 different covers for X-Men 20 here. I did grab the Nimrod cover because he had it as part of a bundle, but I also grabbed my favorite cover, which is this sweet Mystique cover. This was a really cool play on like what her ability is with the Xerox machine. It's just really awesome. All right, and the final item from this week's Bronze Buys is a Comix Elite Shipment. This is Fantastic Four Life Story in the 60s #1 variant cover. Just thought it was a cool cover actually. I'm picking up a couple of these homage to Series 4 Marvel Universe trading cards from Skybox. Picking up a couple of each of these. And I'm not necessarily the biggest Momoko fan, but I actually really thought this was a cool cover. This is Mighty Valkyries #2. I also got a Radiant Black #1 third printing and the matching Radiant Black #2 third printing. A copy of issue #4. Definitely an interesting chick fight cover on Sacred 6 #9. I gotta admit, I grabbed this scumbag cover purely for the homage. I think it's a great cover. It's just so funny with the middle finger instead of the lightsaber. I thought it was great. War of the Bounty Hunters Prelude. This is issue #12, and this is the A cover. And then I got this variant cover too, which is just kind of a color tone shift. I'm such a sucker for Segovia's Vampirella covers. This is purely a cover buy. And I thought this one was pretty interesting too. Not necessarily as sexy, but just something a little bit about it that I just thought was cool. Way of X number 2, Wolverine 12. And last but definitely not least would be this Grandpa oil cover for Wonder Girl number 1. Hey, thanks for checking out another episode of Bronze Buys. This has been everything I picked up for the last week, but now it's time for you to go to the comments below and tell me what you picked up this week. I'd love to hear about the comics you bought, and tell me a little bit about why you grabbed them. Were they spec buys? Is it something you're reading and really enjoying the story on? A combination? Is it just something you found a good deal on at a comic book shop? Let me know. And if you want to support the channel, I do have a Ko-fi where you're more than welcome to go and donate to support the channel. I'm trying to upgrade my lighting, my microphone, basically my presentation to make my videos more enjoyable for you guys to watch. If you want to go support me, head to the website and the link down below. And also remember that you can donate a one-time donation as little as $1 if you want to, or you can do a recurring donation monthly, sort of like a Patreon style system. And that's actually thanks to one of my subscribers, a couple actually that follows me, that upgraded me to Ko-fi Gold just so I could have that ability. That's something that you have to unlock, and they were nice enough to give me access to that. So again, thank you guys very much for all your support. I really appreciate it. All right, I'll catch you on the next Bronze Buys, and I want everybody to have a fantastic week until then. And I want you to remember, as always, hey, read comics every day.